commend me on how I'm matching the decor today. Let's hear it for me too. Alright guys, so first of all I just want to say again, thank you for coming, because there are many other things you could have been doing. I just want to talk a little bit about what to expect today, but also to talk about some of the highlights from yesterday. The best highlight for me was the weather. If you'd been here the day before, you would have cried, because the fact that it did not rain, when it said 40% chance of rain, is God. Because I spoke to him, and he answered. So that was a huge highlight for me, but also the best thing for me was that one of the things that we were worried about was we need to make sure people are talking to each other. We don't want people who know each other from Nigeria. We created these games, we forced all these, people were just networking on their own. And that was such like an amazing thing to see. So if you leave and you don't have somebody's phone number that you didn't have in your phone before you came, please, you have today to do it. So, there's a couple of things we want to do. I'm going to put up a quiz now. It's meant to be a quiz, so while they set that up, I'm also going to remind people that we have this pledge board back here. So I think most of you were here yesterday evening. Please sign it. It's just a commitment, a visual commitment that you want to tell better stories and tell better stories and what's the other one? Thank you guys. Gosh, how did I not get that? But yeah, so just sign it. It's a nice photo op, and it's just a way of committing to this mission that we have, that we all have. So here's the quiz. So can you scan the QR code, or you can put in the website and then put in the code underneath, but it's easier to use the QR code. And there should be a question that's come up on your screen. Who here went to the movie night? Was it fun? Yes. It was great. And actually, you know what, while you're doing that, something I do want to say is, you know, when you're up on stage, and like we've had all the performers and the panelists, when you're in the audience, you're looking at them and you're wishing them to be good, but you know what makes a good panel, a good performance? It's a great audience. It really is a great audience because you encourage them. So I want to thank you guys for being a great audience. Thank you. Clap for yourselves, as we said. Clap for yourselves, as we say in Nigeria. All right, is the first question up? Okay, so the first question is, when I think of Africa, what do I think? So just write in a sentence, and we'll see some of the answers come up here. So people are writing vibrant, diverse, world-changing, black, bold, beautiful, a beautiful country full of colours. I think we meant continent, but anyway. Joy, home, youthful demographic, power, beautiful people, quality, fabrics, and incredible landscapes. Can we move the slide on? There's 45 responses. No, not to the next one. This is the second question. There's still some other responses we haven't gone through. So when I think Africa, that we have a ton of work to do to really fulfill our position in the world. Colourful, stylish outfits. I think greatness in motion, creative, positive, power, of how beautiful my home is, possibilities, culture, African family dynamics, the future, rich in history. Africa is a story of journeys. Beauty, diversity, power, personality for days, indeed. A welcoming continent with beautiful people, absolutely. Future, infinite, power and confidence, music, cultures, potential, home. Diversity, beautiful and extremely intelligent, beautiful landscapes, revolutionaries, power and wealth, joy and grace. I think it's one of the best continents ever. People are jovial despite everything. Despite what? Despite what? Prosperity, joyous, expansive moments, children playing in puddles, and gently painted queerness abound. Fruits and veg. Somebody didn't have breakfast this morning. Creativity, survival, the cradle of mankind, beauty, unity, hospitality, joy, diversity, ancient history, future lineage, wealth stories, beauty, family, one people. I'm not going to read the one that is above. Okay, great. I think there's 63 responses, 64, so thank you everybody for responding. I think overall, when we, as Africans, think of Africa, it's overwhelmingly positive. But let's do the second question. When the world thinks of Africa, it thinks, what do you think the world thinks of Africa? Right, these are some of the responses. Despair, poverty, corruption and war. Where, what? Yeah. Starved, utilized, unutilized, one big city. Poor, foreign, exotic. Corruption, elections, death, devastation, brilliant minds. Natural resources, war, hunger, poverty, wildlife. Beauty. I don't know. Oh, one country, that's in French. Dark. We are the global basket of goodness, beauty, colors, vibrancy, people. Lack, incompetence. The mother of human beings. Africa is the future. Poverty, hunger, crime, war. One country. To steal. Fear. Poverty-stricken, corruption, people. Full of culture, untapped creative capital. Hopelessness. Poverty, disease, corruption, poor leadership. Poverty. Thank God I'm not African. I'm sure there are those that think that. Poverty, hunger, strife, jungle, natural resources, emerging market to get a piece of, yeah? Corruption and incompetence, underdevelopment. I'm going to wait till we get to, because we had 64 last time. Animals, helpless, safaris, backwards, less than. I think it's sad, actually, that there's a discrepancy between what we think and actually what the world thinks. I mean, there were some positives on that side, and yes, there are pockets of people that do think like we think about Africa, but not a lot. And that's actually a justification for an organization like African Unfiltered and for the work that you're doing. I think we still have some work to do, but as I keep saying, today is actually a celebration of where we are today. And the one thing I will say, like when I see things like progress on this side, like as if we're not quite there yet. I don't think that's right. We are where we are. As we are. Today, right now, is where we are. You know, it doesn't mean we're never going to improve. It doesn't mean we're not going to get better. But it doesn't mean that we should wait until we get better. We have to do the things we want to do now. And one of the things that I heard from yesterday was the need for infrastructure, just systems, processes to support our creative industries. And I think as individuals, and certainly as an organization, that's stuff that we will be advocating for, just to make sure that we do have a sustainable creative industry. And talking of sustainability, don't forget to go to the market, buy some stuff. I know Tabiso is selling his book somewhere back there. We've actually added a stand that's selling just African books. Where's Big? Big is not here. Please buy a book, written by Africans, African stories for us, by us. So, on that note, we're going to get on with the program, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a half day, so it's not as trying as yesterday, which it was a long day. But in the second half of the day, remember we have these creative cafes. It's a creative table, so down here there will be tables that you can join. If you didn't sign up yesterday, there's a board there where you can sign up to the various sessions. And like I said, it's interactive and it's group discussion, so it's not panel discussion, there's not more conversation, it's what you put in, but there's an expert on the table to lead it. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to, yes, oh, the first panel.